This is chapter 1 of my novel The Wishbone, and it's Freddie's chapter, who's a 13-year-old boy. They just don't get it. I told them I felt crap, too tired to go for a walk, so I slouched off after Sunday lunch, lay on the sofa to let the chicken and roast potatoes slump. Thought they'd forget about the whole stupid idea and leave me alone. It's not as if we do family stuff anymore. Dad's not around much. Mum's always moaning about something. It always ends in a row. Anyway, Dad came into the sitting room dressed in his walking gear. He held my coat as if I was 6. "Come on, Freddie, do you good to get out instead of lazing around." I gave him the evil glare, but he didn't notice. Then Mum shouted up the stairs, "Chloe, bring your princesses with you, but hurry up, we need to get going." Mum's car's hot and no one's talking. My feet stir up the crisp packets and bright sweet wrappers that Chloe's dropped on the floor. I swear there's a smell of fart and wine guns. Chloe's on her Nintendo training a dog to fetch a stick. Wish we could have a real dog. I've got my PSP in the car, but today I feel sick, so I'm stuck. We leave the city behind, with miles of fields and pointless trees. There's nothing to do, so I look at the cars on the road. There's a Peugeot, a Ford car, another Citroën Espace, then a dirty purple Ford Fiesta overtakes us quickly. There's a sign in its back window. Young farmers do it in wellies. We must be in the Mendips now. There's a red traffic sign saying hidden dips. We drive into the bottom of the dip, and as the car climbs up the other side, I hope Dad will take off over the hump to make the car rise up and away like the Dodgems. But he doesn't. I'm crunched up in the back, not enough space for my legs. Mum says I'm having a growth spurt, and that's why I'm so tired. One day I'll be taller than her. Ha! I lay my head against the cold window and watch my breath mist against it. The clammy glass burns my forehead, so I make a pillow out of my hoodie. Maybe if I close my eyes, I could have teleported back to bed under the duvet. I'm just relaxing when Mum's voice cuts in. "I'm so looking forward to having a walk. It's been ages since we've done this as a family. Freddie, do you remember coming here when you were little? Damming up the stream, climbing the rocks in the gorge. It used to be your favourite place." "Yeah, well, I'm not little now, am I?" "No, of course not, Mum. Sorry." Mum turns to me and nods. I think she's got makeup on, but I don't know why if we're going for a walk. Weird. "Don't speak to your mother like that, Fred." "All right. Maybe we can find the cave again, the one with the bats," says Mum. "The Bat Cave's near Velvet Bottom, Caroline. It's miles from here," Dad says. I whisper, "Velvet Bottom," to Chloe, and she starts to giggle. Chloe starts to kick the back of Mum's seat. "Are we nearly there yet?" Dad groans. Mum says, Won't be long now, Chloe. Look out for the car park signs." "Okay, Mum. Okay, Pumpkin." Ugh. Baby talk. Total embarrassment. And Mum talking to us in that high-pitched voice she does, bit like when she gets drunk, except manic, not funny. And Dad gripping the steering wheel, stiff as a stiff. What is it with them? So we've arrived. They pile out as if released from prison, and a cold blast of damp air rushes into the car as the doors clunk open and the rear door swings up at the back. I'll just stay here, peaceful. They're messing about with hats, boots and coats. I close my eyes, pretend to sleep. Through my flickering eyelids I can see Dad marching off. He stares at a map in the corner of the car park. I don't know why. He knows the way. I watch Mum bending over Chloe as she pulls on his pink spotty wellies, her pink coat and blue hat. Dad turns and spots me in the car. Comes back. Freddie! He yanks the car door open. The seatbelt catches me as I fall. "I don't want to go, Dad. I'm tired." He glares. "You're always feeling tired, Freddie." "Yeah?" I say. He looks surprised. I've agreed with him. "I could try it more often." "You should get some fresh air. It'll do you good." I fold my arms. "I'm staying in the car." Mum turns towards Dad. "Now, well?" "Freddie does look a bit peaky. Let's take the walk slowly. Out you get, Freddie." Her voice is gentle. As she bends towards me in the car, I get a whiff of flowery perfume and roast dinner. Dad talks behind me, as if I wasn't there. "Well, if Freddie's going to be awkward, I'll go ahead." Mum says, "But this is supposed to be a family walk, Will, remember?" We can do that later. I need to get going now. A bit of a headache, says Dad. Oh, fine then. We'll catch you up. Just leave me behind as usual, looking after everyone. Freddie, come on, she says, turning back to me. Chloe kicks the loose gravel in the car park, creates a storm of white sandy dust. Freddie, you said you'd play with me. I give in, stumble out the car. I don't want them to start rowing in the car park. There's people about, normal families with dogs and kids who are happy. Why couldn't they have left me at home? I would have been fine on the sofa. I could have gone to sleep. Dad clunks the car door shut with his remote key. So that's it. There's no way back now. He sets off at a fast pace. Mum rushes after him as if she's forgotten something. She must have decided we can look after ourselves. Chloe waits for me, hops from foot to foot. She's a good sister. We can walk together. But the distance from the car to the car park stile looks miles. Each step is heavy. My legs are like wooden tree trunks. I can feel the blood in my ears as if I'm listening to a seashell. Why is that? Little Chloe, her sticky fingers right there in mine. She looks up at me, scrunching her nose, just like a pet rabbit, and says, You okay, Freddie? You look a bit green. Like Shrek? Nah, just tired. I smile at her and we walk together on this miserable day out. The sky is blue and cold. At last we reach the stile. Chloe raises her arm so I can lift her. She's like a dead weight. I shake my head at her, give her a little push, and steady her as she climbs. But her wellies slip on a slimy stile, and as I catch her waist, my hand bashes against damp wood and pale greeny lichen stuff smears on my hand. As I rub it off on my jeans, I see another bruise growing. I've got a pattern of them now. The bruises appear out of nowhere, like I've been abducted by aliens who torture me in my sleep. Then they wipe my memory bank so I don't know what's happened to me. The stile supports me as I rest my head against it and watch Chloe getting smaller and smaller. She skips down a stony path towards Mum underneath the trees. Amongst the thick grey tree trunks, Mum's coat stands out like a red pencil. She stares into the distance, but there's no sign of Dad. Huge piles of leaves and greens and browns gather in drifts underneath the big old branches. At the top of the bank, the thick roots are like bony hands coming out of the earth. It's a long way down to where Mum is standing. Chloe starts to kick and scrunch the leaves with her wellies and waves at me to come on. I want to cover myself in the leaves, lie down and hide, lie down and sleep. But first, I have to climb the stile. Thank you very much.